Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Michael B, and in today's video we're going to take a look at Evercade Showcase 4. We'll take a look at the event, everything that was announced, the new games, the new cartridges coming up for pre-order, and surprise, surprise, a brand new Evercade Alpha. So that's right, guys. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at everything that transpired during Evercade Showcase 4, this quirky little company that puts off these amazing presentations, have rose up out of nowhere with their very niche cartridge-based game format on various devices, has really captured the interest of a lot of people like me that love retro games. And now we're going to celebrate the new games coming out that were announced during the showcase, as well as a surprise announcement of a third Evercade Alpha. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much, everybody, for checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate the support. If this is your first time to the channel and you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe. Click the bell for notification, all that YouTube jazz. So guys, yesterday was Evercade Showcase Volume 4, and if you look down in the corner, there was 3 arcade cabinets representing the Alpha. That's going to come into play as we get through the showcase. I do want to say once again, I love the vibe that Evercade puts off with these announcements. They do such a good job and make their product look like $1,000,000. This is a small company that's developing a very niche product line with their own consoles, with their own handhelds, and now with their own desktop arcade consoles, basically delivering these cartridge-based retro games, not necessarily having all the best licenses, but finding an audience nonetheless and making themselves look like $1,000,000 with the way they do these presentations. It's always a big event, nowhere near a Nintendo Direct, but for hardcore fans of the Evercade brand, they certainly do put off an awesome show. Now guys, I'm going to be honest with you, I never know what to expect when we go into an Evercade Showcase. I don't know if we're going to get something that's absolutely mind-blowing, like a really big kind of modern-ish type game like we got with the Tomb Raider collections and Legacy of Kain, something for the Gigacart, or are we going to get something completely off the wall, some kind of indie game, or some kind of terrible game collection based on terrible older games that I don't like? I don't know what's going to happen, but somehow they always seem to surprise me with some quality. Going into this one, I fully anticipated we were going to get more Neo Geo, and while we did, I couldn't be more wrong with what was actually delivered. So you guys know I'm already a pretty big fan of the Evercade Alpha. I was actually sent a review copy of the Street Fighter II Champion Edition version of these. These came out with 2 different titles. One was the Champion Edition that you're seeing here. The other one was a Mega Man Edition, both styled after the famous Big Blue cabinet. And a lot of people were thinking that this is Evercade's arcade console and it would probably be a one and done. So the first big announcement that came out of the showcase was the expansion in the Alpha line. Of course, they let us know there was going to be more stock of the first 2 Alpha cabinets. However, there was going to be a third cabinet coming into the fold, joining the original 2, new in 2025. And this one kind of caught me by surprise because it wasn't the Neo Geo Big Red we were all anticipating. It was a Evercade Alpha Taito cab with a very unique Taito design styled cab coming in a bubble bobble format with exchangeable marquees. You can also do, I think it was Roston, and then you could also do Space Invaders. Me personally, I would have liked a Growl, but it's going to have the same functionality as the other Evercade Alphas, just with a new shape and a new form factor. And even though I'm not the biggest bubble bobble fan in the world, I got to tell you, this little Bubble Bobble arcade looks incredible. Yeah, so big shock there. By the time this video goes live on May 30th, pre-orders should be up. You can pre-order your own Evercade Alpha Taito Edition Bubble Bobble machine, of course, with the exchangeable marquees. I already have an Evercade Alpha. I absolutely don't need another, but I'm not going to lie, I want this. I like the shape. I like the form factor. I like the color schematic, all that stuff. Do I need a second Evercade Alpha? Of course not. Am I interested in picking this one up? For some reason, yes. And then from there, they told us that the Taito partnership with Evercade wouldn't stop at the Alpha, as they're bringing out 2 Taito Arcade Collection cartridges that you're going to be able to pre-order soon. Taito Arcade 1, which you can see here on the screen, featuring Space Invaders, which is going to be fun to play on your Evercade EXP in Tate mode. Of course, Jack and Pop, Colony 7, I don't really know that one. Pandakadon, Growl, I love Growl, what an awesome game. Pirate Pete, I have no clue about. I don't even know what that one is. Legend of Kage, that's very familiar. Taito Arcade 2, of course, is coming out. What do we got here? Liquid Kids. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Liquid Kids, Alpine Ski, that's more familiar. Elevator Action, absolute classic. Kiki Kai Kai. Operation Wolf, that's going to be interesting to play without a gun. And, of course, Roston. Excellent game. The Electric Yo-Yo and the New Zealand Story, which is very... What is it? Volfive. It's what you get with these Taito carts. You can't have all your hits on one cart. They're going to do a little padding. Of course, Evercade were quick to throw this up on social media. I want to show you the Taito Evercade Alpha that goes along with the collections. So here's the picture that they threw up on Twitter for you guys to check out. There you can see the 3 cabinets side by side by side. I might be crazy enough to get 2. I don't know if I'm crazy enough to get 3, but now all 3 are going to be back in stock with the Bubble Bobble, try saying that 3 times fast, Evercade Alpha going on pre-order as of today. You gotta take a look at the pictures. Here's another look at the swappable marquees. You can use Roston, Space Invaders, Bubble Bobble. I would actually probably put Roston in there just to be weird. I don't like Bubble Bobble. I know I'm in the minority there, but I don't. Here's my favorite part. Take a look at this next screen, and here's the Taito Edition games list. And if you look closely, don't these game cards look eerily familiar? These look to be the exact same game cards that At Games do have for these games. So it's very weird. It's like they stole this right off the At Games UI, and that's how you can choose these. But I found that interesting. Here are the games that are actually going to be on the Taito Evercade Alpha. Of course, Growl, Elevator Action, Roston, Puzzle Bobble, Kadash. Kadash is a great arcade game, by the way. Doesn't get enough credit. Space Invaders, Bubble Bobble, Legend of Kage, and New Zealand Stories. So unlike the cartridges in this case, you're getting all killer and no filler on the Evercade Alpha, where with the cartridges, at least you can play them, but you're getting a little bit of filler. So moving on from there, Evercade did announce a brand new cart, and you know how Evercade sometimes kill it with these indie games they bring to the platform. There's so many good ones that they've already brought in, and so many other good ones we're hoping to see eventually come to Evercade. This is one I'm not familiar with exactly, and it's an Amiga game, and whenever I hear Amiga, you go back to the opening when I say these old video games that I'm not really interested in. Some of these Commodore and Amiga games aren't exactly my cup of tea, but this one could be interesting. Roguecraft DX. I don't think it's necessarily going to be for me, but there's a lot of people out there that will probably really be excited about this entry. Again, I don't know. I don't know if it's for me. I'm also not the biggest roguelike player. I love games like Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. I love games like Metroid-style games, but I don't like rogue games where things change from time to time. So I don't know if this is for me, but for indie game fans, this is, a very exciting time. So we did find out that the game we just looked at, Roguecraft and Neo Geo Arcade 1, are going to be shipping at the exact same time. So both of these games are available for pre-order today. That comes out of Evercade Showcase 3. The Neo Geo Arcade 1 was a collection everybody was really excited about. We didn't know exactly when we'd be able to pre-order it. It's available now, and you can also pick up Roguecraft if you're so inclined. Now, if you guys are looking for more Neo Geo goodness, we've got Neo Geo Arcade 2 and Neo Geo Arcade 3. Of course, they show off compatible with all the different various systems. On this one, we're getting Metal Slug 2. I know a lot of people were saying they were disappointed we weren't getting a Metal Slug collection, but you knew they were going to space the games out like this. Mark of the Wolves, Cross Swords, Ninja Commando looks really, really fun. Sengoku 2, and then we got Neo Geo Arcade 3, and you're getting some some really good stuff on this. Metal Slug 3, another amazing game. Ghost Pilots is incredible. Stop everything you're doing now. Pick it up. Samurai Showdown 2, Super Sidekicks, and then King of Fighters 97. Looks like, and Twinkle Star Sprites. Oh my god. Looks like Neo Geo Arcade 3 may be the absolute, belle of the ball here. So it was super exciting to see that more Neo Geo games are coming to the Evercade library. We knew they would, and they're coming exactly like we thought they were, spread out, no one collection for a particular series. Neo Geo Arcade 2 and Arcade 3 are coming. You're not going to be able to pre-order them until August 29th, and hopefully we get them before the end of the year. So anyways, guys, that's my look at Evercade Showcase 4. Again, this is a very small company offering a very niche but interesting product for retro gamers, and they just do a spectacular job with their presentations, getting you hyped and excited for some of these games. Now, these aren't necessarily the top tier A+ games we all know and love, but they are really good games coming in a unique format and just really overall fun to play. A good company, good emulation, good products. I'm happy to be a fan of them. So this time, we did get a huge surprise with the Evercade Alpha Taito Edition. I always thought if they did another Evercade Alpha, it would probably have the exact same form factor. We automatically assumed it was probably going to be a Neo Geo Big Red, but I think it's actually pretty smart what Evercade are doing with the Neo Geo license. They just did the Hyper Megatech Super Pockets for those. They're coming out with the arcade collection. You don't want to do too much too soon and, basically dilute the sales of the other products with a bigger product like an Alpha. I bet you eventually they will come out with an Evercade Alpha for Neo Geo. We're just going to have to wait a little while. And in the meantime, believe it or not, even though I'm not the biggest Bubble Bobble fan, I really want that Taito Evercade Alpha. It's just so cool. I love the little form factor. So yeah, I got some serious questioning of myself. I only need one, I know that, but I want this one too. Of course, we got some new games announced, like that Roguelike DX one. That's not necessarily a game for me, like an Amiga-style game, but I'm sure a lot of Evercade fans are out there. I don't need to get all the games, I just get the ones I want. But the Neo Geo collections are straight fire. I'm very excited for that. Very excited to play some Ghost Pilots on my Neo Geo, either the Hyper Megatech or one of all the other Evercade consoles I own, and especially maybe even that new Taito Alpha. Well, anyways, guys, let me know in the comments down below, what did you think of Evercade Showcase 4? Is there anything you're really excited about? There's pre-orders available today. Is there anything you're going to be picking up? Are you going to grab the new Taito Alpha? Are you going to grab the Evercade Arcade? Evercade. Are you going to grab the Neo Geo Arcade 1 or the new indie game? Is anything getting picked up? And what do you think of the Neo Geo collections going up for pre-order on August 29th? Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time.